Hey guys, it's Nina from ROADIE Free Radio. In today's clip, Larry talks to Meegan Holmes, who's worn a few hats in the industry, from system engineer and technician to monitor and front of house engineer. She's toured with Tool, Queens of the Stone Age, Gorillaz, and more. Now she's the general manager and sales rep for the LA branch of 8th Day Sound. Here, she makes a pretty compelling case for why live music can't help but make a comeback. But until that day comes, why not listen to the full episode, number 175 from July 20th, 2020. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Here is Larry and Meegan Holmes.
The good thing about CalArts was it's a very experimental situation. So I did film sound. I did sound for television. In fact, I wrote opening theme music for an on-campus TV sitcom, and all of those things. I tried all of that. I didn't like it. I didn't like sitting in a studio and doing recorded music and nitpicking over things. There are people that live for that, and they should be doing it because they are constantly, dissecting and listening to things in a completely different way. Mm-hmm. I didn't like that. I like the energy of get the gear in, set it up, do a sound check, do the show, take the gear down. And the making it work and the troubleshooting under pressure and all those things. And I love and will always love the energy of a group of people standing in a room together that are all enjoying this one focused thing, even though none of them really know each other, But this moment, they're all related to each other because of this entity that's standing on stage. And that will never grow old for me,
We share the same sort of feeling about that, as I'm sure hundreds of thousands of millions of people do, and the folks listening to the show do, and the music and audio community. I think the same thing now. I think back just a few months, or I've had to go through some footage as I've made some videos for some things, and seen footage of when I was at a Tedeschi Truck show, with Bobby Tees and all these other people, and just all this stuff, and the rush that you get of being around everybody in this communal experience. And I cannot wrap my head around, is that gone? Is that possibly gone? How can that possibly shift for like hundreds of years? People have sat around some kind of a fucking campfire or something and banged a couple of sticks together and been like, yeah, keep banging your stick together. I'm going to take the, the sinew from this animal and plug it, and we got a band and everyone's listening to it, and it's awesome, right? It's like, I can't fathom, or listening to live, throwing whatever show you want to listen to or something, you hear someone on the radio, it's like, how is that gone? You can hear in the back, like you said, the Paul Simon thing. Like, I remember watching some of that on TV, but I own that double disc and I listened to the hell out of it. And just you hear those, you hear those sounds right in the background, and the people, the dude or dudette in the way in the back screaming something, and you're like, that cannot be gone.
No, I had a moment the other day. I was watching. There's a documentary about Queen, and
I just watched it. I just watched it last night.
So they show scenes at the Isle of Wight festival. I started crying because I saw like everybody standing there together, and you could hear people singing over the sound, the volume of the PA, which is still to date one of my most favorite things. And I was like, this is awful. Like, please let us do this again. Please, please let us get back to work, because there is nothing that replaces this. And we need it. We need that communal charge, and we can watch a box and see streaming and go, wow, look at that show. Like, oh my God. And I really did enjoy that documentary, not only because it gave us footage from Live Aid, which when I was a kid, my mother videotaped the entire thing so we could watch it.
Yeah.
And I remember those performances, and I remember watching that, and I remember seeing all those people standing there, and then to like flash it forward to a festival that happened, last year, and see that same energy and that same number of people and everything. This is, like you said, this is historic. Like, we need to be able to do this again.
Yeah.
And people need to be involved in it again.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, what's happening, roadies? It's Larry here. Just wanted to thank you so much for listening to this short clip. I really hope you got something out of it. If you can take 2 seconds to head over to iTunes and drop us a review or a comment, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Keep listening, keep coming back, stay healthy out there, and remember, no roadies, no rock and roll.